You've probably come across football after watching your favorite player doing crazy things on the field. Maybe it was Neymar, or Messi, or Ronaldo, and from that day, something inside you changed. Your only desire was to become like him, or even better. It probably all started with your first ball. Just you and the ball. You'd play with your friends until the sun went down. You didn't have the need to plan, you just played. But then you grew up. You joined a team. Coaches started screaming. Nobody understood how you played. They just tried to make you fit into their system. They told you how to run, when to pass, when to shoot, and then you went online, hoping to improve. But all you saw was garbage. Do cone drills to become a better dribbler. Train like a bodybuilder to get stronger. Copy this 10-minute TikTok workout. And little by little, you lost that connection. That same connection that every great footballer had in their childhood. You started playing like a robot. You started training football instead of playing it. This video is for you, footballer. This is your reminder, your sign. If you want to change your career, you must change how you train, how you recover, how you eat, how you move, how you live. You don't need more cone drills. You don't need to bench press 100 kilos. You need to reconnect with the ball. You need to play like you used to. Follow me, because I'll show you how to actually improve in football without losing what made you fall in love with it in the first place. You know what's the funniest thing we're witnessing right now in football? We're seeing fewer and fewer young players who actually have a real connection with the ball. I'm talking about that deep connection, the one where it's just you and the ball and nothing else matters. That kind of connection used to be normal. Now it's rare. Football has been so popularized, so structured, that we've lost the thing that made us fall in love with it in the first place. And now we've got kids worrying about supplements and sauna sessions before they can even control the ball properly. You've got 14-year-olds doing 6-day gym programs with ankle weights and recovery boots, but can't juggle 10 times with their weak foot. That's the reality now. And the worst part is that people think that's progress. But football isn't the same as school. You don't pass levels. You don't get a diploma that says you're good enough. Football is chaotic, and none of those things come from a PDF routine with drills and meal plans. You want to know how the greats did it? Look at Messi. He played futsal non-stop as a kid. Tight spaces, constant touches, pure instinct. Look at Ronaldinho. Street football, barefoot, no rules, just pure creativity. Look at Maradona. Look at Neymar. Look at Zidane, Ronaldo. All of them built their talent from the same thing, freedom and obsession. It's not a coincidence. The best players come from the places where football is played for love, not structure. That's why more talent comes from the streets of Brazil or the sand pitches in Africa than from million-dollar American academies. And that brings us to the very first thing you need to do if you want to fix your game. You need to rebuild your relationship with the ball. And the best way to do that is with juggling. If you still think juggling is just for showing off, you are completely lost. Juggling is the most fundamental skill in football. It builds rhythm, control, coordination, and foot-eye connection. It teaches you how the ball moves. It teaches your brain how to respond without thinking. That's the beginning of instinct. And juggling barefoot is even more powerful because you feel everything. Your foot has over 7,000 nerve endings, and that feedback loop from your toes to your brain is where real control is built. Cushioned shoes kill that. If you only train in modern cleats, you're missing out on real foot awareness. So here's what I want you to do. Every single day, juggle for 30 minutes. Start barefoot for 15, then switch to cleats for 15. If you still don't know how to juggle, there is no easier way to learn it by just juggling more. Hit the ball with the laces for height, hit it with the toes for more control. Remember to keep your ankles locked. Eventually, juggling should feel like breathing. And when in a match the ball comes to you, you have already seen the pattern. You already know how to react to the ball because you built the relationship. The next drill every footballer should do just requires two things: a ball and a wall. That's it. And honestly, some of the best footballers in history developed their feel for the game this way because this simple setup trains one of the most important fundamentals in football: your passing rhythm, and your touch under pressure. Let's start with wall passing. This should be a core part of your daily routine. Stand about 3 to 5 meters away from the wall and start hitting the ball with one touch using your laces, then switch to the inside of your foot. Focus on your technique. If the ball comes back a little off, that's fine. Adjust your body, reposition, and keep going. That's the beauty of the wall. It never stops, never complains, and it exposes every weakness in your touch and positioning. Switch between left and right foot constantly. You want to develop such consistency that even when the ball comes back hard or slightly misaligned, your body just adjusts naturally. After one touch, go into 2-touch passing. Take one touch to control, then pass again. Now let's move to the wall juggling. This is a more advanced variation that really builds connection. Start juggling normally, then hit the wall and try to control the rebound without letting it fall. Use your laces, inside, thigh, even your chest. Just keep the ball alive. Also, do this barefoot sometimes. You'll thank me later. Barefoot training gives you raw feedback. Now, let's talk about something a lot of footballers are struggling with. So, how do you actually choose the right position for yourself in football? Not the one your coach decided for you when you were 8, not the one your friends say you should play, and definitely not the one that just looks cool. The real question is, where do you truly belong on the pitch? Because picking the right position can change your whole football journey. You might be a natural center mid who's been hiding on the wing for years. And the scary part is, you might never know unless you take a step back and analyze yourself properly. This is where we use what I call the football Ikigai Method. Ikigai is a Japanese concept that means your reason for being, and we're gonna apply it to football to find the exact role that fits who you are. There are 4 things you need to ask yourself. What do I love doing on the pitch? What am I actually good at right now? What does my team or environment need from me? And what can I become if I put in the work? Start with what you love. This is emotional. It's about what lights you up when you're playing. Do you love being the guy who dribbles past defenders, or the guy who wins every tackle and dominates duels? Or maybe you love scoring goals and doing that celebration. Whatever it is, take it seriously, because if you don't love your position on the pitch, you'll never truly grow into it. Then be brutally honest about what you're good at. This is where you check your current level. Ask your teammates, your coach, even record your sessions and analyze yourself. Are you fast? Do you have great vision? Are you aggressive in duels? Are you calm under pressure? Write down your top 3 football strengths right now, because your strengths will naturally guide you into certain positions. But remember, just because you're good at something doesn't mean it's your final destination. It's just part of the picture. Now we go to the 3rd layer. What does the game actually need? Look at your team, your league, your style of play. What's missing? If your team always keeps the ball but no one creates, maybe you need to step into that creative role. If you play on a team that sits deep and counters, you need players who are direct and explosive. Football is also about filling the gaps, being useful, adapting to the environment while staying true to your game. Footballers exist to solve problems on the field. And now comes the most powerful part. What can you become? This is your growth potential. Are you someone who's obsessed with learning how to beat players? Are you constantly studying top players in your position? Are you working on your body, your movement, your mindset, so when all 4 align, what you love, what you're good at, what the game needs, and what you can become, you find your football Ikigai. Let's say you love attacking defenders, you're fast, your team needs more width, and you've been drilling stepovers every day. Then maybe winger is your Ikigai. Or let's say you love controlling tempo, you're calm under pressure, your team struggles to play out, and you've been mastering your first touch under pressure, then maybe you're a playmaker. Let me know down in the comments your own football Ikigai. Now, here's where most players fail. After they choose the position, they start doing random drills, looking for external solutions. I need this new workout. I need this skill. I need more gym. But nobody talks about the one thing that actually changes everything: your identity. See, your identity is how you see yourself in this world. It's who you believe you are at the core. And you might not realize this, but it dictates every single action you take, every single decision you make, and every limit you set on yourself. Let me give you a simple example. Let's say someone wants to become rich. Most people think, I need to work more, do more, grind harder, but that's working from the outside in. That's trying to change your life without first changing who you are. Because if deep down you still see yourself as a broke person, as someone who struggles, your subconscious will always bring you back to that level, no matter how hard you work. Now let's translate that to football. You want to become a pro, you want to become a beast in your position, cool, but you still see yourself as the kid trying to get better. You don't identify as the professional yet. And that's why you keep self-sabotaging. That's why you overthink in games. That's why you hesitate under pressure. Because your body can't outplay the image your brain holds of you. Cristiano, before he even joined sporting, was already seeing himself as a professional footballer. That was the identity he was programming in his mind every single day. And guess what? His actions matched that identity. Now let me show you how to actually shift your identity. And this is not woo-woo law of attraction stuff. This is real neuroscience. Every thought you think wires a certain pathway in your brain. The more you think about it, the stronger that pathway becomes. So if every day you're thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm not confident, I'll probably mess up, you're literally strengthening the connections in your brain that make that your default mode. So how do you change it? You stop being yourself. You stop being the version of you that's built around your past. You build a new one that plays like a pro, trains like a pro, acts like a pro, before the world even gives you the results. Here's what you do. Start your day in silence, close your eyes, and visualize your future self. The version of you who already made it. What do they look like when they train, when they walk into the pitch? What do they feel? You need to connect emotionally with that version, because emotions are the glue that makes the brain rewire. Meditate on that version daily. Literally reprogram your brain every morning and evening. Feel it as if it already happened. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's imagined and what's real, so you're giving it new data to work with. Observe your current self. Throughout the day, catch yourself acting like the old you, the one who overthinks, the one who skips training, the one who scrolls all day. The moment you become conscious of it, you have the power to stop it and replace it. You do this long enough and suddenly your actions start matching the identity of the pro you imagined. You stop needing motivation. You start operating on instinct. Now listen, most people won't do anything with this. I know this because 80% of the people watching this video already clicked off after 3 minutes. 19% watch this video, nod, and tomorrow they'll go right back to the same training routine, the same thoughts, the same self-doubt. Don't be that guy. You've made it this far, and that already makes you part of the 1% that actually cares about changing. Go in the description, download the free ebook and learn. Start applying, start moving, start playing like a real footballer again. This is your sign to hit the protocol and take action.